welcome to my video. Today, I'm going to be talking about episode 7 of Beyond Oak Island. And this episode is called Pancho Villa's Plunder. Here's the description. The Laginas and Maddie Blake help a team in El Paso, Texas, hunt for buried treasure at the stash house of Mexican revolutionary Pancho Villa. In the early 1900s, around 1900 to 1920, Pancho Villa was a revolutionary, and at one point he was a governor or mayor in one city in Mexico. During the 1900s to 1920s, he was a revolutionary and he was against the government of Mexico. He would go after the rich and take jewelry, gold, money, you name it. He would go and take it from them, and he had a place in El Paso, Texas. The place is called the Pancho Villa Stash House. He would stash some of the looted treasure that he would find, and he had soldiers and family around him, all kinds of stuff. He had multiple hideouts from El Paso, Texas to the city he was mayor or governor in Mexico. And in between those places, he probably had many stash places. But the Pancho Villa Stash House was where he spent a lot of time as well. So there could be any number of treasures buried on that property right now. In 1915, the U.S. government raided Pancho Villa's stash house, and they found a safe that had about $500,000 worth of stuff. They also dug up some spots and found some spaces in the floor of Pancho Villa's stash house. Done, but there's probably plenty more to be found on Pancho Villa's stash house, and possibly even some gold or something like that. Jackson Polk is a radio host and a historical documentary producer. He got in contact with the Laginas to come out and go to the Pancho Villa Stash House in El Paso, Texas. The Pancho Villa Stash House was bought by Enrique Gajardo. He's the owner of the Pancho Villa Stash House. At some point, he wants to turn it into a restaurant. While he was doing renovations on it, he's found tons of bottles, coins, money from the city he was mayor or governor of in Mexico. He found some currency from there, and just a bunch of other things, bullets, shells from bullets, all kinds of stuff. There was a hatch in the floor that was dug out, and he found a briefcase in there, but it was empty when he found it. Marty Lagina and Maddie Blake went to El Paso, Texas to go check out the Pancho Villa Stash House. They met up with Jackson Polk there, and then Jackson Polk took them to Pancho Villa's Stash House, where they met the owner of the stash house, Enrique Gajardo. Enrique brought in Cindy Medina, who's a U.S. rep for Pancho Villa Foundation publicist via Stash House. She's there to help see what is dug out and what'll go into like the Pancho Villa Museum that will be in the restaurant or whatever Enrique decides to turn the Pancho Villa Stash House into. They bring in Gypsy Jules, who's been in 3 other episodes from the season. She was involved in the episode of the buried loot of Sam Bass, and then she was also involved in the Lost Josephine mine. Those are the episodes, and then Pancho Villa's Plunder she was involved in as a metal detection expert. She was there to help search the grounds with the metal detector, and she got a special one that can scan for non-ferrous metals and stuff like that at about 4 feet deep. So she brought in 2 different metal detectors, and then they had John Gallegos and David Acosta, who are GPR specialists. What a GPR specialist is a ground-penetrating radar. What it does is it'll scan for anomalies under soil, like disturbed soil or different things like that that are not natural to Earth or what looks like it's out of place. They all meet up and they come up with a plan. Maddie Blake, Gypsy Jules, and Cindy Medina will be outside with a metal detector, and John Gallegos, David Acosta, Enrique Gajardo, and Marty Lagina will be inside looking at the stash house. They have the GPR going, and they find an anomaly in like the center of one of the rooms. They get it marked out, and then they call in Gypsy Jules, Maddie Blake, and Cindy Medina to come in, and Gypsy Jules brings in her special metal detector, and it goes crazy. Then after that, they go out into the backyard, and they scan for some targets, and they find 2 more targets to dig, and it's kind of like from that original spot they found, it goes like this in an L shape outdoors from that one center point out by a door and then out to the edge of the house. There's a couple spots that are disturbed, so David and John go inside and they get the concrete cutter going and start, and Maddie, Blake, Gypsy Jules, and Cindy Medina, they go out with the metal detector and they find a small piece of metal from a bullet. While Marty is using the excavator, they find bricks, and the material they're digging up is kind of fill-in material. They do that and they find some old coins and a button. They go inside and they start busting up the concrete. They dig down, and then Maddie sits on the edge of it and he sees something, and it's a spike that's about that long. Then a little bit later, Marty, Rick, and Maddie, they get on a call with Enrique, and Enrique updates them on what they had found. They had found like some kind of alcohol bottle, and it was a really fancy perfume bottle or something like that. That was very ornate. And then they found a metal plate that probably a soldier had eaten off of. Enrique is going to continue digging and searching for stuff on Pancho Villa's stash house. That is how episode 7 of Beyond Oak Island ends. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review of Beyond Oak Island, and don't forget to hit the bell icon down below so I can be notified when I upload videos. Also, please share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you guys for watching, and if you ain't dreaming, you ain't living. Don't forget to dream big.